Welcome, gorgeous, joyous Geminis. It is Sachi, and we are here to do some guided healing where we will take a look into what wound you are healing or what wound is being triggered, what is causing you to get stuck on your healing journey, how to get you unstuck, and then some general advice on how to heal this wound. A couple announcements before we begin. I would like to remind you that the top 2 videos with the most likes will get a bonus reading next month. Additionally, I'm going to be doing these types of reading on a bi-monthly basis, which means every other month. It seems like Archangel Gabriel also has a little message. Gabe, is everything okay? Well, the angels are definitely being very protective at this time. And anyway, Gemini, so I am going to be doing these readings every other month. And on the months that I'm not doing these readings, I will be doing a collective reading and then going into the individual signs on my website. So if you are an Eagle or Phoenix member, not much is going to change for you. You will still get a reading every month. This is hopefully to build my online subscription base, and hopefully to, continue to build my YouTube community as well. To be honest, this is my favorite thing that I do for the community, but it seems to sort of be the least exposed. So I'm trying to, figure out how to, grow the YouTube community here. So of course, all of your likes and shares and subscribes really do a lot here. When I reach either 4,000 of public watch hours on my YouTube or 100 subscribers on my website for either Eagle or Phoenix, then I will start doing these monthly again. So we'll see what happens first. But I did want to let you know things, are changing a little bit. I have to start prioritizing my time and energy, in different areas. And, hopefully you also follow me on Instagram, which is where I post daily. So I'm trying to balance my time with posting daily content, doing, lots of free stuff on Instagram, plus, these readings, and of course, private readings. So bear with me through these transitional periods, Gemini. The last announcement I would like to make is I have a Tarot 101 course. So if you're a little bit discontent about not getting, free readings every single month, the best way that you can sort of fill in those gaps is to learn tarot yourself and learn how to read tarot cards. So all of that stuff, I'm doing a pre-sale right now. I'm recording this on the 16th of November. So I'm having a pre-sale special on my website. So if you would like to check that out, please do. It's going to be the second weekend of December. And yeah, all the information is on my website. If you go to my shop, you will see that is where the pre-sale tickets are. All right, Gemini, let's just hop into it now. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the 9 of Swords in reverse, Justice, the World in reverse, 4 of Cups, Moon in reverse, and High Priestess. So a lot of major arcana, Gemini. So I feel like there are a lot of major things that you have been going through. We had the 9 of Swords in reverse, which is telling me there is something that you haven't been able to finish mourning yet. It's a cycle when it comes to your mental space that you have not completed within yourself. With Justice, part of this can be because you're trying to balance things. It could be that you want some sort of, karmic justice in this situation, and you think I can only really let this go if things are balanced out, or if justice is served in some sort of way, if I get what I put into something, basically. And it is true Sidereal Libra season, so I do feel a lot of Libran energy here in general, of like trying to be balanced, trying to have peace in some sort of way. With the World card in reverse, it's saying that there's this pretty big karmic cycle here that has not been completed. It is very close, right? The World card's still coming out even though it's in reverse. This situation may have sort of turned your world upside down. But also, like, I'm just getting that it's like you're so close but not quite there. And a lot of it is because you're trying to find this balance instead of sort of moving through this discomfort here. With the 4 of Cups, it seems like you are trying to be focused on your emotional foundation right now, focusing on your emotional roots and possibly emotionally reprogramming yourself at this time. Because with the Moon in reverse and the High Priestess coming out, Moon in reverse is saying a lot of things were exposed. Things are no longer hidden in the darkness. Secrets have come out. You've sort of, you have the information now. There's no pretending like it's kind of like, well, maybe this. No, you are completely sure of what is going on. Whatever the situation is, it's not like the situation or the person exposed itself to you. You have found out through your intuition or your dream space, or even through, you know, through seeking counsel from the high priestess. So some of you may be working with a spiritualist, or your own intuition, your own dream space is showing you the truth. And that is why the moon is coming out in reverse. So we also had Lucario using beat down here. So this is a fighting type, okay? So this is telling me there's some fighting energy within your sacral chakra, which is where you emotionally and sensually connect to others. And basically a relationship kind of beats you down through fighting energy. And Lucario is actually a fighting psychic energy. So this fighting may not be physical fighting, but it's more energetic psychic fighting that you've been doing. Because with Oddish trip over, it is telling me that basically your heart chakra got tripped up over someone, and it caused your sacral chakra to just get beat down through this sort of psychic fighting energy that you were, you know, going through with this particular person or situation. And then we have psychic energy coming out in reverse. So again, you know, part of this could have been when your intuition was a bit foggy, when the moon card would have been upright in this situation. But of course now it's in reverse, so it's exposed. But this is also telling me that your third eye chakra is coming out in reverse, which is saying it's distorting your mental space, right? Your third eye is your mind. So it is saying that, you know, this situation is sort of messing with your head, which of course we saw with that 9 of Swords in reverse, that you haven't really been able to let it go or mourn whatever this situation is. So Gemini, I hope that you are doing well. Like I said, what we're going to do is take a look at what wounds you're healing, or what is being triggered, what's keeping you stuck there. And then we will take a look at how to get you unstuck, and then some general advice on how to heal this wound. So let's see, Gemini, what's going on. I feel like there's this energy of, like, yeah, I was going to say, like, you know, some cards wanted to come out immediately, and I was going to let them fall, but it's like, no, let's actually sit and just sort of, you know, go through it and let this stuff out. Because the Knight of Swords, I feel like there's something that you're trying to rush through here. And yeah, the Knight of Swords is sort of indicating of, you know, rushing through communication, or rushing through, you know, kind of like rushing your mental space even. But yeah, I just feel this rushing energy with 6 of Cups coming out stuck, and the Magician. Yeah, you're trying to rush the magic. And the magic could be finding someone that you want to grow old with in some sort of way. The 6 of Cups for me is emotional fulfillment through lineage. So this can be, you know, here are grandparents who are like looking at their grandchildren like, oh, look, we did it. You know, we're so happy. You know, not only did we have wonderful children, now we have wonderful grandchildren. And like, look at this, you know, beautiful legacy that we've created, you know, and they're all very emotionally fulfilled because they have a solid family. So something's telling me that you're trying to rush the process of sort of having this, this type of lineage. So, and again, with Magician, this could be through trying to manifest of like, okay, I'm trying to manifest this person now, or I'm trying to manifest this, or you could even be, for some of you, I feel like you might be rushing some of your actual family members to do something. So I'm kind of getting this energy of, you know, maybe you have like grandparents that are getting older, and you're kind of trying to rush them in some sort of way of like, you know, do this for me now, give this to me now, or something like that. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's like literally rushing the magic that you're creating, Gemini. Let's see, what's the light energy here? Okay, I wanted to hit the Magician, and it's coming out subconscious. We have Reckless Charge in reverse with Larvitar. Yeah, the thing is, you're trying to move forward very quickly, but you're trying not to be reckless in a way. And you're trying not to be reckless towards, again, the sacral energy. So not towards, you know, people who you're emotionally and sensually connected to, which I am getting that it's your family members or people that you want to be your family members, if that makes sense. Or someone that you want to create a family with, I should say. Like, you're trying not to fight with them. You're trying not to be reckless about something, but there is something that is very kind of a rushing energy. It says, born deep underground, it comes above ground and becomes a pupa once it has finished eating the surrounding soil. So this is telling me that you've kind of been in more of a hermit mode, kind of underground, which again is, you know, it's not really exposing yourself, not being totally honest or truthful in some sort of way. And it's talking about, you know, this is larvitar that's going into, you know, it's talking about the pupate state. So it's basically the cross between the larval state and the pupa, right? Which of course eventually it's going to be the butterfly, but it's like you can't rush the larval state, which is when you sort of have to eat, you know, the surrounding soil is what it's saying, while it's that, you know, becoming that pupa. And you can't rush the pupate state either, because then your wings won't be fully formed. So again, there is this aspect of sort of rushing the process of metamorphosis, it appears. Let's see, what's the shadow here? We have meditate using yoga shock. So again, you know, we saw that Four of Cups, right? Which is a man that's in meditation, which is sort of reconfiguring a lot of emotional patterns and things like that. Emotional rerouting, as I like to call it. And again, we see the wound that's being triggered is mostly in your sacral. So it is where you are emotionally and sensually connected to others. With meditate using yoga shock, again, like there's this aspect of like, you know, reckless charge in reverse. It's like you don't want to recklessly charge at people. But here we see that like yoga is the act of movement. That's like the definition of it. And so we have this like aspect of the thing is that you're moving in shock still, basically. Your body may even be in shock because of something that you have experienced. So with meditate and yoga, some of you might be trying to meditate, trying to do yoga and things like that. But again, it just sort of feels like a, like your nervous system is in shock, and your, you know, your kundalini, which is your creative potential to manifest your reality, it lies dormant in the root chakra. And then once it's stimulated, it goes to the sacral, which is where it becomes a true creative force that is used to express, which of course can be used to essentially connect with someone else to create something like a child. But it can also be raised to higher chakras in order to, you know, create a painting or, you know, speech or something like that. So yeah, it's just this stump in the background is really kind of sticking out to me, because it kind of feels like it's like you were growing something and something kind of got cut off. It is kind of what it feels like here. Anyway, it says, it eats just one berry a day. By enduring hunger, its spirit is tempered and made sharper. So it's talking about, you know, restricting its eating and things like that. Some of you might be fasting. Some of you may be, you know, enduring hunger and things like that. Some food aversions, or going through some sort of food issues. Or this issue is sort of messing with your tummy. All right, let's see what's keeping you stuck here. Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands in reverse. So there's this aspect of feeling physically rejected in some way, or physically defeated. The Five of Pentacles can be this energy of like, you know, I'm hearing like, you need to leave sort of thing. Of like, you know, this could be an energy of, you know, going to a hotel and being told no, like there's no room here sort of thing. Or, you know, getting kicked out of a house, or being fired, or having a partner tell you like, I'm no longer attracted to you, or something like that, right? This is a physical rejection, something that's happening in physical life that has said no. And so what's keeping you stuck is, again, it's this feeling of shock, of rejection in some sort of way. And with the Six of Wands in reverse, it feels like you think that no one, it's like, maybe it's not that you think that no one has experienced things like this, but it's more like you're not connecting with people who have gone through the same type of experience, where you sort of can like share the shock of being rejected in some sort of way, and not feel as though it's so personal, or stay in that kind of shock of rejection, because it's like the shock of rejection is still sort of in the present moment, and it's really causing your creativity and energy levels to, you know, low, I want to say. And again, it's like because your body's in a state of shock, it causes you to try to rush the magic of something because you're trying to get something done, but still it's like your body's still in shock. So if your body can't catch up with your energy, well, let's see, what's the light energy of what's keeping you stuck? Going right to the Magician and the Six of Cups here, we have Shellos using Rain Splash. So Shellos I always take as balance of masculine and feminine energies. And Rain Splash has to do with, you know, when water start raining, that is like sadness, crying, releasing, and then splashing is when things are turbulent. So it's basically saying that your emotional body, again, it's like what's keeping you stuck is in this state of rejection, feeling the sadness, you're, you know, sort of in this emotional turmoil. And it feels like maybe you've gone through this with a partner, because even in the Five of Pentacles, it's like two people being told no or something like that, right? It's a partnership being told no. But this can also be indicative of your own masculine and feminine energy and what you've gone through. And it's interesting, right? I said Archangel Gabriel is being very protective. So we see even here, right? There's the barking dog. And I always associate Gemini with Archangel Gabriel, so it's interesting that little barking boy wanted to say hi at the beginning. It says its shape and coloration vary depending on its habitat. So there's this aspect of shape and coloration that vary. So I'm hearing like variant energy is something, you know, interested here, of like the deviation from the norm is a big part of this as well. Excuse me, my throat chakra. And it's talking about the color and variation. So I'm getting this energy of, you know, that's how Shellos is, right? Some of them are blue, some of them are pink. And so I think there is this aspect of, you know, the way that something looks on the outside may be different than what you were expecting or something like that. All right, let's see. What's the shadow here? Whew, okay, yeah, we have, you know, a dark energy coming out in the shadow. So what's keeping you stuck is unprocessed dark energy, right? Unprocessed shadow that has not been brought to the light yet. And we have Scraggy using headbutt. So this energy, which is telling me it's the masculine and feminine energy that's really headbutting here. And Scraggy is known for having like excess skin sort of thing. And so again, like, for example, there could be some situation where, again, it's like the outside differs, right? And it's talking about its shape and variation differing. And here Scraggy is still sort of holding on to the shedding of himself. You know, he's like holding on to all this like dead, sort of flabby skin, when he can let it go and just, you know, be able to shed it. And so again, it feels like there is this, again, you're still in a pupate state, but in the pupate state, it's sort of this like death and rebirth type energy, metaphorically, of course, right? But it's like you're still trying to hold on to old versions of yourself. It's like you're kind of holding on to the larval state when really, you know, needing to be in cocoon phase at this time. It says its skin has a rubbery elasticity, so it can reduce damage by defensively pulling its skin up to its neck. So yeah, this is definitely a defense mechanism, basically. Again, thinking like, oh, well, things can be a little bit different, or this. But again, most of it is just stuck in this feeling of rejection and, you know, not having the camaraderie in some sort of way, to sort of, you know, sift through what you've experienced here. So, like I said in the extended, what we're going to do is take a look at how to get you unstuck, and then some general energy on how to heal this wound. And of course, we will do some extra oracles. But let's take a look what angel would like to bring us into the extended here. We have Archangel Michael. Remember who you are. Archangel Michael says you are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. Yeah, again, sometimes when we go through these rejection things and stay in that shock, we can feel like we're not necessarily loved. And that can even be in terms of, you know, people in our family or someone that we want to build a family with or something like that. And again, we see that your sacral chakra is really being influenced here, which is causing your creative process to be stifled, even though you're trying to kind of rush something. You are very loved. So you remember that you are powerful, loving, and creative. Let's see what Mother Moon would like to say. I'm hearing that there's an issue with your relationship to the moon and phases here, Gemini. So you may be wanting to tap into, you know, where the moon is in your chart. Start working with the moon, which can help you release and like bring things towards you as well. It's all about cycles. And for some of you, I'm hearing that your menses is also a little bit, it's showing you something. I'll just put it that way. With the South Node in reverse, we have don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, we see you're letting your past hold you back, right? It's coming out in reverse. That's exactly what's happening, is you're letting your past hold you back. Whatever this rejection or, you know, physical failure is kind of how you're feeling. You're feeling like it was a failure and you're just stuck in basically that moment. We have adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Yes, adjustments are required. And I had that slip, third party. So the third party that was the cause of the rejection is what I'm getting, is the thing that needs to be adjusted here. A new start is coming. Yeah, new moon. Like I said, there's something about, you know, calling new energy in with new moons and releasing energy with full moons. For those of you who may be trying to, you know, become a parent or something, it's really good to be working with the moon when it's in Cancer or Capricorn, or even Leo and Scorpio. So depending on what you're trying to do and how you're trying to birth things into being. But a new start is coming. All you need to do is make adjustments. You know, I mean, obviously you need to pull yourself out of this past rejection, but a new start is coming. You know, it's there. But if you're stuck in the past, you can't allow new energy to come in, right? So, like I said in the extended, we are going to see how to get you unstuck and then some advice on how to generally heal this wound. So if you'd like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. And the extended is available for all Eagle and Phoenix members. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I'm sending you so much love.